Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to our second episode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Today we are in the Fenix A321 and we are flying across to Lisbon in Portugal. So then, what we're doing at the moment, we're going to get in a cold and dark setup. We're just waiting for the passengers to start boarding now. So what I thought we'd do, we'll take you through a full cold and dark setup, and then you guys can see how we set the aircraft up.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Apologies for the background noise. I'm not sure quite what's going on there with that. It's something to do with the sound bar. Just bear with me a moment. I know exactly what's going on. Bear with me a second. Right, what we're going to do first, we're going to put some power in the aircraft. And we'll connect the external power. Yeah, apologies, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the mic this morning. I'm not sure why. Just detecting some of the other bits and bobs going on in the background. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if it's a GSX issue, which it probably is. There we go, I think this is the problem. So then let's do it so it's... There we go. Hopefully that should get rid of the background noise to an extent. So then, we've popped the external power on. So generally speaking with the Airbus, you work from the left hand side of the overhead and work to the right. So any white light pretty much should be extinguished. So we want to put the cabin oxygen supply on, ground control needs to activate it, and we'll just test the cockpit voice recorder. Which that is all tested and ready. Don't need to touch anything up here. Next thing we need to move up to is the ADIRS, which we need to set to the nav, which aligns the it's the inertia something reference system it stands for. Moving to the middle, we need to arm the emergency exit lights. We'll put the no smoking signs to the on position. We'll leave the seatbelts off for now, just because we are refueling, and we can pretty much leave all the lights as they are. So moving up, you'll see next we've got some fuel pumps. So we need to just turn all the fuel pumps on so they're ready and primed, ready to go. We'll just do some engine fire tests, just to make sure they're all working. So that's engine 1, APU now, and then engine 2, and they're all working as they should. Because we haven't got any animals, we can turn the after isolation valve to the off position, because we have no livestock on board today. As I said, we are in the 321. We are on the Jet2 style of aircraft. Let me walk out here and you'll be able to see. Apologies, it's going to get very noisy in a second. There you go, this is the Jet2 aircraft. I'm not sure where GSX has reset itself for some reason. Not quite sure what's going on, but we shall just reset. It's an easy fix. So we'll just reload the aircraft. I think it's because I've changed the settings within GSX.
Boarding requested.
There we go.
Refueling truck is on its way.
As you can notice, we haven't got any
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck
scenery.
arrives.
This is the
and
default Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 scenery. You're on the Vatsim network. You see we've got an aircraft just departing here. And we have got Vatsim ATC online. So, let's get rid of that. So next thing we need to do really is we'll have a quick chat about our flight plan. As I said, we're off to Lisbon today. I think the flight time's about 4 hours to Lisbon. So this is where we're at the moment. This is myself, and what we're going to do, we're going to scroll out and you can see our routine out. But first of all, we'll look at our Simbrief operational flight plan. So we've got a cost index of 5, so we're fairly efficient. Our call sign today is Chanex 907. And our cruise flight level is 230 apparently.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives
today
and ask
is
to do
9.3 tons total, and we're expecting departure from runway 23 right on the Cookson 1 Romeo departure, and then we're expecting where we're expecting runway 2 at Lisbon. We'll have a look at that.
Passengers bus is
later on.
coming.
So please find your seat as quickly as you can and get comfy.
If your bag has a yellow tip, or you've got any dust,
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So they're going to say we're ready for pushback, but we're not yet. They just get the tub connected ready to.
If you need a hand, our cabin's full of handy help.
So what we'll do, we'll firstly dial the cruise level in 230. We don't need to touch anything else. So let's move down here. We'll activate system 1 on the weather radar and predictive wind shear system onto auto.
Departure checks completed.
Turn the
Bypass
transponder
pin
to auto
inserted.
into TA. We'll just clear the code off. Just going to turn the PA volume down a bit so you can hear me a little bit better. So we need to work out our takeoff speeds.
Passengers boarding starting.
So we've got passengers coming on now, I think. We can let the camera crew deal with that. So runway 23 right at Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Charlie in Sierra Sierra. We can just sync the load sheet.
Locking gear.
Packs on. We're not going to need well, I don't know. We might need anti-ice. Depends on the temperatures. 3 degrees. So yes, we're probably going to need engine on with anti-ice on them. We're not going to necessarily need de-icing today. Just swing an engine anti-ice. What we'll do, we'll quick calculate, and that will work out our V speed. So 128, 131 to 131, and that's using flaps 2 with a trim of 0.8 up. We can have a quick look at the intersection data. So we don't necessarily need the full length. Generally speaking, Mike's an alright departure, so we'll probably go with Mike, and we'll plan that into our routing. So we'll send that to the MCDU, which is down here. And I'm going to click on initialize, on the init page, init request, and it will drag a lot of the information across already. So it's going to ask for our flight number, which is LS4414.
Good afternoon.
We've got a cost index to 8 of 5, as we said, and we're expecting a cruise level of 230. And cost index is minus 28 degrees. We go to the init initialization, we can land on that reference. Our block fuel today is 9.3 tons, which we already discussed. And I've just realised that you guys can't see anything I'm doing because I'm on Navigraph. I do apologise. So I'll go back to the beginning. So we basically need to plan our takeoff speed. So we go to departure performance, we load all this in. We said that we're going to go from intersection Mike, so we click select Mike, click calculate, click send to the MCDU, and then we're all ready there. Moving down here to the MCDU, we go to the init page. There's an initial option here for init request, which will fill a lot of this in. Cost index of 5 as we've discussed. Flight level 230, flex of minus 28. The next page, so we've got a block fuel of 9.3 tons and we've got a zero fuel weight of 63.4. And then we need our CG, which is on here, which is 25.4.
Boarding pass, please.
That'll all plan. Our takeoff weight should be 72.5, which according to what I've got here is 72.49, so 72.5 is good enough. Landing weight of 65.4, which is I've got 65.5, so there we go. It's near enough. Performance, that's all in. Our flight plan, so we're on here, departure, we're expecting runway 23 right. Put someone Romeo departure, I think we discussed. Click insert, that'll insert that into the flight plan. We're expecting a runway 02, so ILS 02. And we just need to have a quick look at our approach, what approach we're going to use.
This way, please.
So it's XM1 Alpha. Right, please set.
Welcome on board. This way, please.
I'll look at that now. That looks fine.
Good afternoon.
So we go, that's everything there that we need.
May I see your boarding pass?
So we're still refueling at the moment. What we'll do now, we'll have a quick listen to the ATIS, which for Manchester is 121980. And then we'll get our clearance.
On board this Jet2, call it Jet2.
I'm not sure if there's an event going on in Vatsim today, but we'll see.
Kilometers, 700 scattered, 2,200 scattered, temperature 3, dew point 2, QNH 1038. Advise on initial contact, you have information Delta, call for push when tug connected and ready for push. Manchester information Delta,
Passengers
time
bus is
1320 Zulu, automatic, arrival runway 23 right, departure runway 23 left, transition level 55, wind 180 at 4, wind variable between 140 and 220, visibility 9 kilometers, 700 scattered, 2,200 scattered, temperature 3, dew point 2, QNH 1038. Advise on initial contact, you have information Delta.
Wonderful. So what we'll do now, we'll move to the delivery frequency, which is 121705. I'm just tuning in now.
Passengers
thank
boarding
you.
starting.
Easy, so like Alpha stand 63 Airbus A320 Neo, it's our to Gatwick, and we have Delta on board.
71 Mike Alpha, thank you.
Still
Cleared,
stand where
London
we are,
Gatwick,
stand
number 1
by
Yankee
one.
departure, runway 23 left, squawk 7606.
Just going to turn the page.
Go to Gatwick as files, number 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left, and
Let's see
squawk
the navigation screens are all aligned now.
Easy, 71 Mike
We're
Alpha.
ready to go. We've still got refueling.
71 Mike Alpha, reback is correct, report ready for push on this frequency, please.
We'll call 71 Mike Alpha.
So we'll have a quick chat with.
Stanza 577 at stand
In a second.
106 Airbus A321 requesting clearance to Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 557, welcome back. I just don't have a flight plan from you. Just have a quick refile and I'll let you know when I get it.
Manchester delivery, good afternoon. Izzy 97's with you, stand 51. We're type A321 with information Delta requesting IFR to Lisbon.
Fenix 97, Manchester delivery, good afternoon. Just report your final cruise level, please. I've just got an initial altitude of flight level 230 and a couple of step climbs with your flight plan.
Yeah, for some reason that's what was planned. I think we're probably going to look at 360 potentially.
Fenix 97, yeah, definitely a lot higher for your flight plan, but I'm going to need you on and off flight level, flying through French and Spanish airspace, so we can take 35 or 370 for cruise.
Yeah, 370 is absolutely fine. Challenge 97.
Fenix 97, thank you. Your flight plan has been amended. Cleared to Porto, Cookson 1 Yankee departure. Your final cruise is 370. Your squawk is 5662.
Go to Lisbon and it's the Cookson 1 Roman departure 5662. Challenge 97.
Yes, my apologies. It's Lisbon, isn't it? It's the Cookson 1 Yankee departure. It will be departing runway 23 left.
Apologies, yeah. Cookson 1 Yankee 23 left. Challenge 97.
Fenix 97, thank you. Readback is correct. Report ready for push on this frequency, please.
Wonderful. So 23 left. So 1 Yankee departure now. So things can change. So it's now going to ask me to check the takeoff data.
Lufthansa 577, do you have my flight plan now?
So
Lufthansa 977,
562.
negative. I've not got it yet, mate.
So expecting runway 23 left now. Dry, packs on.
Manchester delivery, East 71 Mike Alpha, stand 63, let's push it, start.
E71 Mike Alpha, thank you for position. Contact ground on 121.855, over.
Hold position and contact ground 121.855, face for EGCC, East 71 Mike Alpha.
See you.
We're going to pump it to Shirley, so
Manchester
we're
delivery.
ready there. So,
Go ahead.
Yeah, 557, I can see on Vatsim there's 2 flight plans for you. One that's been pre-filed but it's not coming through, and the other one that's been filed with the 557 and then
That's all done.
577.
Ready to go.
I've got 557 as prefab, but it's just not coming through at the moment. I'm just wondering, do you want to just try and disconnect, reconnect, but use DLH 578 and refile a flight plan under that call sign, see if it comes through?
Alright, we'll try that. Thank you.
Cheers.
Aboard this Jet2.com and Jet2 Holidays.
Manchester delivery, Hotel Charlie 273.
That's Lima Charlie 273.
So we just wait for the rest of the passengers to board and then we'll be getting
Hello, Manchester delivery, Hotel Charlie 273. Just IFI clearance to Gatwick Airport. Opening flight level 21, standard 1 pipe, aircraft type A320, information Delta.
Corporate regulation checklist, gear pins, covers removed.
There is a flight cap down to London, the maximum flight level with flight level 190.
Seatbelts on, Adair set to nav, Bravo ref at 1038.
Flight level 190, Hotel Charlie 273.
So we'll get the APU
Hotel Lima Charlie 273, thank you. Cleared London Gatwick. The Samba 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left. Your final flight level is flight level 190 and your squawk code is 6460.
Clear the departure Samba 1 Yankee.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on this EasyJet. It's not an EasyJet, it's a Jet2 flight. Take you to Lisbon. So we're about to depart in the next 5 minutes or so, a few minutes before schedule, hopefully. A little bit of a taxi out, about 20-minute taxi out to the runway.
Afternoon, EG62 call Alpha.
We'll speak to you later in the cruise. Thanks for flying with Jet2.com, Jet2 Holidays. We'll leave you with the cabin crew. We'll go through the safety demonstration on this Airbus A321.
Alpha, Manchester delivery, good afternoon. Cleared Paris Charles de Gaulle, Samba 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left. And your squawk code is 260.
Good Charles de Gaulle by the Samba 1 Yankee. Could you just repeat the squawk for me, please?
I can do. It's 260.
So our guest of our just working.
I got that as 2663. EG62 Golf Alpha.
Take it, David. Must just be the
for take off. Sorry, for start checklist. Parking brake is set. Takeoff speeds 124, 126, 127.
Yeah, lovely. 2260.
Laps to departure and thrust is 43%. Windows closed.
Ready for push on this frequency.
Beacon on.
Easy 45 sorry about that, I had some technical difficulties there. I've amended my flight planner, I've refiled, so we're ready to copy.
Please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Paris Orly, you filed for the Listo departure, which is invalid for your aircraft. Stand by for your clearance, there'll be a reason.
Lufthansa 578, you should have my flight plan now. Ready.
Lufthansa 578, yes I do, thank you very much. Just confirm you're at stand 106.
106, A321.
Lufthansa 578, thank you very much. Cleared Frankfurt, Samba 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left. Your squawk code is 5016, and the current QNH at Manchester is 1038.
Locked.
Coming into Manchester 1038, cleared to Frankfurt via the Samba 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left, squawk 5016 for Lufthansa 578.
Have a wait a second, we'll get.
Lufthansa 578, reback is correct, report ready for push on this frequency.
Manchester delivery, Hotel Charlie 270, push.
Aircraft there, one asking for push, one asking for clearance. I'll pick up the one for push first, just with your call sign, please.
Hotel Lima Charlie 273.
Hotel Lima Charlie 273, thank you. Hold position, contact ground now on 121.855, bye-bye.
Contact ground 121.855, Hotel Lima Charlie 273, thank you, bye-bye.
See ya. Easy 45 Kilo Sierra, you ready to copy your clearance?
Yes, ready to copy clearance, easy 45 Kilo Sierra.
So we'll get out in a couple of minutes.
45 Kilo Sierra, I'm going to send you your reroute via text and then give you your clearance.
Alright.
Lufthansa 578, ready for push.
Lufthansa 578, thank you. Hold position, contact ground 121.855, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, see you later.
Easy 45 Kilo Sierra, your reroute is on text. You cleared to Paris Orly, Samba 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left. you reroute as per the text. Samba, November 859, Honolulu, Upper November 859, Sitet. Your next waypoint will be Lima, Golf, Lima, then as filed. Your score code is 5661.
East 456 here, cleared Paris Orly with the reroute, Samba 1 Yankee departure, then Samba November 859, Hon Uniform November 859, Sitet, then Lima Golf Lima, and then as filed, squawk 5661.
ET45 Kilo Sierra, thank you, readback is correct, report ready for push on this frequency.
Manchester delivery, Channel 97 is ready to push stand 51.
Channel 97, thank you, hold position, contact ground 121.855, bye-bye.
Contact ground 121.855, thanks for your help, bye.
Lufthansa 578, can you confirm stand number?
106.
Ah, there you are. Yeah, push and start is approved face start.
Push start, approved face start. Thank you very much. That's 566.
Ground, good afternoon. Channel 97 with you, stand 51, ready for push.
Channel 97, good afternoon. Push and start is approved face west.
Push start through facing west, Channel 97. So then, let's
Manchester ground, Hotel Charlie, request taxi.
Hotel Lima Charlie 273, thank you, taxi straight ahead, hold Foxtrot 1.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set. Release parking brakes, please.
brakes release, cleared to push.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and
Hotel Lima
brakes are
Charlie
set.
273, contact tower 11830, bye-bye.
118, Hotel Charlie 273.
Oscar Romeo Sierra 1, contact the tower 11830, bye-bye.
Hearing to tower, Oscar Romeo 1 on 118.630.
So then it's just a case of pushing now, and then we shall be on our way. So, lady. See her walking. Also, we're not allowed to start engines just as of yet. Just ignore that, you can't. I think initial plans were 6,000.
Lufthansa 578, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 578, thank you. Taxi straight ahead on November Alpha 1, then make a left turn on Echo, Delta, and Papa, hold Papa 1.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes set, clear to disconnect.
Straight ahead on November Alpha 1, turn left on Echo, Delta, Papa, hold Papa 1 for Lufthansa 578.
Unlocking gear.
Gonna start engine 1. Start sequence 1, then 2.
Manchester ground, Pittsburgh 35, Charlie requested push start and A1.
Left is clear, right is clear.
You'll need to make sure
735 Charlie, good afternoon. Just hold position, I'll call you back.
Slide mode and fully switched off.
As you see the 35 Charlie, Departing Lufthansa A321 from your left to right, push start 2, place south.
After the passing traffic, says approved, so 35 Charlie.
First guy's waiting for me to depart.
If your device becomes damaged or harmed,
Manchester ground, KLM 306, stand 306, ready for push and start.
KLM 306, push and start approved, place south.
and the use of e-cigarettes
Push and start approved, facing south, KLM 306.
For your safety, please follow instruction. Please now make sure that any hand luggage is safely put away and your seatbelt is fastened ahead of
Pull down. Neutral. Pull left.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Pull
we'd
right.
just like to tell you about
Neutral.
our friendly on-board together policy.
Pull
We've
left.
created it to protect
Pull
you
right.
and our cabin
Neutral.
crew from any unfortunate antisocial behaviour. That way we can make sure everyone has a great flight. As a part of this, please remember that you can only drink alcohol that is served by our cabin crew. If you have brought alcohol in the terminal, you will not allow our customers to enjoy being on board together. Thank you for listening.
It's time to take you through the safety procedures for our Airbus A321. It's very important, so please remember...
EGCC Golf Alpha, hello, push and start approved, place west.
In the seat pocket in front of you, you'll find a safety instruction card.
It has all sorts of safety information, with details about emergency doors and escape routes, oxygen masks, how to use the life jackets, brace position, and more.
And you'll find even more safety info in our Jet2 magazine.
Manchester ground,
Please
Channel
be aware of the
97
safety
is
signs in
ready
the
for
cabin
taxi.
and follow all instructions given by
Lufthansa
us.
578, contact tower 11860, bye-bye.
These are clearly marked, and we're pointing them out to you now.
Fenix 97, thank you, taxi via Hotel 2, hold Hotel 1.
The exits when there's reduced lighting and visibility.
Taxi by Hotel
we
2,
have
holding
extra
Hotel
lighting in the
1,
ceiling
Channel 97.
and in the aisle along the floor. Take a look for your nearest exits now. Bearing in
Lufthansa
mind
578, tower 11830, bye-bye.
Starter please anti-ice.
Tower 11860, bye-bye.
Ecom 66,
Or anything
pitch
that
trim
may damage the
0.8.
slide.
Register
Leave
neutral.
all luggage behind and go
And
to the
Fenix
nearest
97, contact the tower 11830, bye-bye.
Tower
Mask
18630,
will
Channel
appear from the
97.
panel above your head. As soon as
Fenix
you see
48,
it, pull
Alpha
down to
Charlie,
start the
British
flow of
Passport.
oxygen. Breathe normally as you put it over your mouth and nose.
Taxi checklist, flight
Then
controls
adjust to
checked.
fit. Make sure you put your own mask on first, before helping anyone else. The bag on the mask may not inflate, but rest assured, oxygen will still be flowing.
A life jacket
Right,
is
just realised we've
located
overshot.
Lufthansa 578, hold then Papa 1.
us. Remove it from
Lufthansa 578, Manchester Tower, hello, via Papa 1, cross runway 23 right, then continue taxi, hold Victor Alpha 1.
Put the
So
strap
flight controls checked.
Bulletin July and taxi to hold Victor Alpha 1, Lufthansa 578.
On an auto, engine main selector, norm,
tighten
Max 1 and
by
2 both.
pulling the tab.
Ecom romantic, no
Once you're
break.
outside the plane, inflate the life jacket by pulling down on this red toggle.
Manchester Tower,
If
good
you need to
afternoon.
engage
Channel
it more,
97's with you,
blow
approach
into
in
this
Hotel
tube.
1.
There's also a light and a whistle to help
Fenix
you attract
97, Manchester
attention.
Tower, hello, via Hotel 1, cross runway 23 right, hold Victor 3.
It's time to fasten
Cross
your
23 right and
seatbelt.
hold Victor 3, Channel
Simply
97.
press the two metal ends of your seatbelt together
So
until
clear to
they
cross the
click.
runway.
Then pull the strap to adjust so it's tight and low around your waist. To release your seatbelt, just lift the
Approach
metal
path
cover.
is clear.
So you're ready
Crossing the
to take
runway.
off.
Lufthansa 578, contact Manchester Tower 119, decimal 405, bye-bye.
Away, your armrests down and your window blinds fully open. Please check.
Can you repeat that for Lufthansa 578?
Lufthansa 578, indeed, it's Tower on 119, decimal 405.
119405, bye-bye.
We could take us into fucking punch.
Flight deck.
Bin is now secured for departure.
Wonderful, thanks. Tower, Channel 97, just confirm Victor 3.
Fenix 97, say again.
Just confirm you said Victor 3, didn't you, not Victor 1?
I did, but you can continue taxi now to holding point Tango 1.
Continue to Tango 1, channel extensor. So we're going to be going left here and then yeah to Tango 1. So lineup checklist, runway 23 left, confirmed via threshold 23 left. TGAS TARA, packs at 1 and 2, both on.
Chenix 907, you can contact Manchester Tower on 119.405. Have a safe flight, see ya.
119.405, Charlie 97, bye. Tower, good afternoon. Chenix 97 is with you, approaching Tango 1.
Chenix 97 Manchester Tower, good afternoon. Behind the departing Lufthansa 321 via Tango 1 lineup runway 23 left behind.
After departing aircraft in front lineup runway 23 left behind. Chenix 97.
Oscar Romeo Sierra 1 man, no further ACC with a monitor Unicom 122.8, see ya.
22 Unicom 122.8, Oscar Romeo Sierra 1.
Have crew seats for departure, please. Just waiting for this Lufthansa aircraft to depart ahead, and then we shall be on our way. Been quite a fast taxi out, to be fair, compared to what it's like sometimes. Just like I say, we're just waiting for them to depart.
Lufthansa 578, the surface wind's 160 degrees 3 knots, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23 left. Lufthansa 578.
So unfortunately I don't think we're at London are online at the moment. Oh no, they are. London controllers are on 124.600. So we'll continue to proceed. Lined up already. Obviously, things we need to be concerned about the 321 is we've got an extra long tail, so when we rotate we need to just be cautious of that when we start pulling back basically. So let's have a quick look. Perhaps gone. The touch lights can come off and then we'll just hold on the landing lights until we're cleared for departure.
Chenix 97, the surface wind's 160 degrees 3 knots, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 23 left, Chenix 97 about. Right then, so.
Lufthansa 578, no further ACC, Raymond 1 Unicom 122.8, see ya.
122.8, see you later.
Manflex, SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue, 43% thrust is blue. Bit of wind there. So it's going to be 122.8 then. Keep on that centre line, my bad. I was too busy dialing in the frequency. 100 knots, V1, rotate. Apologies guys, that's a bit. So bring that nose all the way up. There we are, wonderful. Positive recline, give her up. Nav. Flaps 1.
Chenix 97, monitor Unicom 122.8, see ya.
122.8, Chenix 97, bye. So, first climb. First climb checks, and we'll get rid of the ground spoilers. Thrust. AP1 selected. Flap 0. Initial speed 250 knots.
Manchester traffic, Oscar 01, climbing flight level 1980.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay seated until the seatbelt signs have been turned off, and please buckle up when you're in your seat.
Be careful when opening overhead lockers, as things might have moved around. Don't forget, smoking and vaping are not allowed in any part of the plane, including the toilets.
Our cabin crew are currently preparing our famously friendly in-flight service. Take a look at our tasting menu. We've got loads of offer, so see what takes your fancy, and we'll be with you soon.
Manchester traffic, Channel X97 is climbing now flight level 190. So climbing now 190. Wonderful. So yes, depending on how much ATC we get, if we get a bit under control on the way, we may then decide to, so we're going to climb now 190. First climb, open climb. After take off, landing get up, flaps retracted, spoilers disarm, and restore engine and wing anti-ice on at the moment. Speed 250. Now go standard set. And looking over to the left today. Not looking too bad. Might have a look at maybe going direct to the next waypoint, so maybe direct Midhurst. Manchester River, Jet X97 is direct Midco. So we're going to have a final cruise level of 370 now. I didn't think when we saw 230, I must admit I didn't think that seemed quite right, but pleased ATC advised us on that. What we'll probably do, guys, so depending on what ATC we have online, if like I say, if we have London, well, I don't know what the control restrictions are for London to be online. I'm not quite sure, if I'm honest. Maybe once you're after a certain flight level you go to Unicom, I'm not quite sure, if I'm honest. We have actually, oh no, not got any ATC company, we've got some at Porto, but obviously we're not going to be anywhere near that at the moment. At Lisbon I have got some new add-on scenery. I've not seen it yet, to be fair, not even spawned into it, so we'll find that out on the way down on the ground, see what that looks like. If I'm honest, I've never flown to Lisbon, so we'll have to have a good look at the charts on the way in. So 10,000 feet, landing lights come off and we'll release the cabin as well. And same with the engine and wing anti-ice thing will come off as well. Now we're starting our climb. Obviously the cabin now will start doing in-flight service as they would do normally. So we're going to climb now to our cruise level, so we'll manage it now to 370. And we're probably a little bit more efficient as well. So in regards to flight time, so we've got just under 1,000 miles to go, or 995 miles. So he thinks we'll be landing at 16:39 local time. So about 2.5 hours from now. Like I say, what we'll do, guys, we'll see what happens with the ATC. We'll get to our cruise level, and we'll go from there. Also on the subject with flight sim, so I don't know if any of you guys follow my previous videos. That account's obviously now defunct. I was considering, so I have a mini cockpit FCU, and I was considering buying the EFIS. However, I think with the money that it is, I think it was £139.79, something like that. I don't feel like it's probably the best option at the moment. I've seen a new product which has come from Wing, and if I'm honest, I do feel like I should have waited with the mini cockpit and ordered the Wing FCU, because their products, one, they're a lot cheaper. I don't know whether they're as good a quality, but I think with the price of what they are, I think you can justify the slightly cheaper materials. And they do the same function as everything else, so I do wish that is the way I did go. I may consider selling the mini cockpit FCU at some point and then changing it for this other one. But they are releasing on the 17th of this month. Wingway are releasing their CDU MCDU, and the beauty of it as well. So a lot of MCDUs, I used to have ones from Skolaki before. I think that's how you pronounce the name of the UK company that do a lot of Airbus products. I decided I did have one, but they didn't support Fenix natively at the time, so I ended up selling it, and it was around £500 I think I paid for it. It was a lot of money. Whereas this new one is just over £100 I've calculated it to be. I'm not sure exactly how much it is. It might be around 125, free shipping as well. Obviously I'm not sure where it's imported from. If it's imported outside the UK, obviously you may have some import duty taxes to pay, but either way it's still going to be cheaper than the one that I paid before. And it also doesn't use HDMI, it uses USB-C, so it requires 2 USB-C connections, one for power and one for the computer access. And it uses, I don't know quite how it works, but it uses a very strange system, so it doesn't use like an extra display monitor, which means it doesn't impact any performance as much. I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but from the looks of things, and there's a couple of videos online, I think it was EGCC Pilot that put one out there the other day, and it looked really good. And to be honest, I think I'm going to go for it, because it's the main system that you use in there. It comes with a stand as well, and it just looks really good. The only thing I think that made the comment was the text is not quite the same as the actual MCDU, but I'm not being funny, when you're paying like just over 100 quid for something that can be anywhere from 500 to 1,000, I don't see that being a huge issue, as long as it's functional and it works. Apparently the buttons are really tactile and feel good. But obviously if I do buy one, and which I think I will be doing, I will do a review video of it, so you guys can see what it's like before you decide to make a purchase, which is fair enough. That's what I like to do. I like to get a bit of research in there first before going anywhere else. So we're currently reaching 20,000 feet. Well, we're 45 minutes into the video nearly. Depending on what ATC and stuff is online, I probably will decide to just chop the video, and then when we start our descent into Lisbon, I was going to say Porto then, it's because that controller's confused me. When we get to that point, we'll start the video again as a part 2, but what I'll do, I'll join both the videos together, so you can watch it all in a one pretty much. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you can share this channel with some others, if you've got any other friends that are into flight simming and need a bit more assistance with things. And like I said, I've used flight sim for God knows how many years, for at least 10 years. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. There's a lot still I don't know about the aircraft. I know roughly how to fly it, I know roughly how to land it, although as you can see with that takeoff it was a bit dodgy. And that's why you don't get distracted. So what I need to learn to do is I like to be prepared with my frequencies, ready to switch over quickly, but in that situation I should have been concentrating on the takeoff and keeping that centre line, which I didn't do. We still took off okay. I do have realism on as well, so if there was any major issues, it would have detected a crash or a G-force problem. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're going to leave it off, guys. Once again, thank you for joining us. There is a couple of other videos, so I've got 2 tutorial videos, one talking about my graphics settings, the other one is talking about how I get the cabin announcements in, which was asked by one of the subscribers. Like I say, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we shall see you in the next part of this video. So stay tuned and we'll speak to you in a bit. Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of our trip from Manchester to Lisbon in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So we are currently in our descent phase. We were at flight level 370 and we're currently descending now to flight level 250. So we've pretty much started our descent. To be honest, it's been a pretty uneventful routing across. The only ATC contact we had was with Madrid control. And all they pretty much did, said we got radar contact, we flew across Spain, and then they pretty much handed us straight back over to Unicom, which is where we're currently at. So looking at Vatsim at the moment, so we have got tower online and we also have ground online, which could be interesting. I've had a quick review of documentation whilst we have been in a flight. What I'll do is I'll quickly bring Navigraph. I'll remember to get rid of it this time. So here's Navigraph. So we're currently at X max, just approaching X max. Then we have a speed restriction of 280, which to be honest we're not even up to 80 at the minute. We're 250, which is what we're aiming for at the moment. Then we'll be taking Papa 810, coming down to Papa 812 to Natid. And then we have a speed restriction of 230 knots. Then we'll be sort of tracking down and following this pattern Ernil, Reclus, PT844, PT842, then a left hand turn, this is all at flight level 80, and then we've got an approach of 4,000 feet we need to be at for the ILS intercepts. We're expecting runway 02 still. I'm just having a quick look now to see what gates we've got that are occupied and not. I didn't realise this, but Vatsim actually, you can see what gates are available and what gates aren't available, which is quite nice to see. So I've had a review of the ILS for runway 02. So our minimums is, oh actually our minimums is 200. So let me just adjust this in here. So radio 200. That's my bad. So we're back with you on this this side of things now. So we've got minimums of 200 meters or radio altimeters or 530 barrow. Expecting an set point at 4,000 once we land. So we're going to be vacating to the right hand side. This is runway 02. And looking at the documentation, it says that most aircraft should be able to vacate for Hotel 4, which is this area here. And then we'll contact grounds around here, and then they'll give us some taxi instructions to stand preferably in Terminal 1. Let's just having a quick look to see what stands we do have available. There's quite a lot of aircraft here at the moment, but there are plenty of stands free. Well, there's 3 stands free. So we're probably going to take stand 116 or somewhere, but we'll wait for them to advise us and then we'll sort it out that way. Okay. Let's just bring the charts back up, which we're currently following at the moment. We'll jump back into the sim. So, we're not 250, we want to now be, the next restriction really, we want to be at flight level 80, so what we'll do is we'll descend to 13,000, so we're going to manage, we're in the descent phase now. And then how many miles is it? There's only 17.3 miles between the Natid. So we're probably going to want to be at around 10,000 feet for Natid, which we will pop in now. So we'll continue our descent. It seems quite nice out in Portugal. As we flew over Spain, we had all the Spanish mountains. It was lovely actually. really nice performance as well from the sim for a change. The settings that I've got, it seems to be the sweet spot for this graphics card. Granted, they're only medium, but I think for what we do with airline flying, they'll be absolutely fine. So I'm going to request an ATIS for the airports. I tried to request one a little while ago, and all I got was an error code back. So we've been using the weather, but we'll have a quick look. So Lima Papa Papa Tango. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. Arrival. Send, and we'll see what it prints off. It could give me another error code, but we're sure. We'll play it by ear and go from there. There we go. It might be that we're just writing out as we speak. So, at the moment, expected ILS approach this at 15:30, so not too long. That's the latest 80. So information is India. Expecting ILS approach runway 02 with a transition level of 50. Just going to double check that. So transition level 50. After landing, vacate via Hotel 4. Wind 050 at 6 knots, which is what we've got in here. Variable between 010 and 080. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Clouds, few at 2,500 feet. Temperature is 19 degrees, dew point is 12. QNH 1028. And that is all good, and everything is fine there. That's the latest 80s anyway. Just sign that to there. So we're way in the phase of the descent now. Once we get to around flight level 100, we'll pop the seatbelt signs on and go through the approach checklists and everything. If you're looking at the map, it looks very, the navigation as well, it's very confusing. So basically we're going to follow, I don't know if you can't see, so we're going to follow this outside ring. There is a couple of hold patterns that are pending here as well, so let's have a quick pictures of the hold pattern. Yeah, so there's a hold here which we're probably not going to need, to be quite honest with you. What we'll do is we'll leave it there for now, just in case we do need to hold at any point. Like I say, hopefully, so we've got, still got tower online at the moment. Saying currently our arrival time is going to be 16:28. Like I say, we might be able to shorten that slightly, but we'll see. What I may do is just go direct natted and change of route. Might just give us an extra minute or so. So yeah, we took an extra minute off there with that. The only thing is we're going to have to just increase the rate of descent a touch, so to 1,400. And then we'll hopefully be in for an easier approach. I've never flown to Lisbon before in real life or on the sim, to be fair, so this will be entertaining. So if you do find any errors, that's probably why. Chances are, like a lot of the airports I have flown in quite frequently, however this one I've not really flown in much. The only reason why I picked Lisbon really is because this is the only one that's got the scenery that's native to 2024. Obviously there'll be more scenery when the marketplace is available with Microsoft Flight Sim. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video so far. Obviously if you've got any suggestions of any other routes that you want me to do, we can give it a bash. Obviously if there's not any add-on scenery, it may not be quite as good as normal, but I'm sure we can make it work. A shout out to Jetstream002 that's been commenting quite a bit on my new channel. Apologies that I couldn't get you to find your community folder. Like I say, I'm really confident with the Microsoft Store method rather than use of Steam. I've never had Flight Sim on Steam, so I don't actually know where the folders tend to save. I would imagine it would be under the Steam settings. Like I say, there's going to be videos out there for you to find. But thanks for joining us and thanks for subscribing. Hopefully the process will be very similar once you're for the PA announcements once you're in it. But big shout out to yourself, and obviously a shout out to our main, my main sponsors, not sponsors because we don't sponsor, but a shout out to the guys that I follow the most on YouTube, which is EGCC Pilot, Simhanger, Mark from Simhanger, VR Sim Pilot as well. I do watch a bit of his videos as well. Also with Blue over in America, he's really good to be fair, and even Squirrel to be fair. I watch some Squirrel videos from time to time. He obviously does quite a broad range of content, not just for flights, and he does quite a few other bits and bobs. So mileage now, we've got 110 miles to run, and we've got a speed of 250 knots at the moment. I'll quickly show you how much run we're going to use as well. Just need to dig the winds on here a moment. So 050/6. So we're going to use 2,127 meters, which would be nice to know how far that vacates. Looking at this, probably going to be done quite quickly. But just to ignore that EGAM warning. It's saying that I've always got null zone faults. I personally don't think I do, but it always comes up. Apparently it's quite a common thing. If any of you guys know how to fix that, it probably is just a fact that I need to fiddle with the settings. To be honest, we're probably going to go. We could probably go low auto brake. To be quite honest, we don't need to stop particularly quickly. We have got a displaced threshold according to the charts. It's not a very long displaced threshold. It's not like Fuerteventura. That's got humongous displaced thresholds. But we shall see how we get on. Like I said, we're hoping to vacate the general places Hotel 4, so we can just nicely steady. We don't need to come to a full stop if we can, although I always seem to come to a full stop somehow. I don't know how I do it, but I always seem to come to a full stop. We're just going to dial this range in a little bit so we can just see what's going on here. Obviously it looks a bit messy at the moment, but that's because of the circle pattern, I think. But fair, let's have a look at removing that. I don't think we're going to need that today. That's that pattern in there properly. I don't think we're going to need that. Looking at the amount of traffic that's about as well, should be absolutely fine for that. Say towers, the next thing that we're going to move over to, which is 18.105, which I think we've got tuned already, which we have. So we're at 13,000. We need to be at 8 flight level 80 by Mazuk. There we go, Mazuk here. So we need to be at flight level 80 bar here. So what we could probably think of doing now is they want us speed down now to 230 knots. So we go to 80. And obviously we want that speed now back to 230 in a minute. But to be honest, the aircraft should be able to manage that quite well. Going to pop the seatbelt signs on now, and the landing lights are coming on shortly. So we'll activate the landing system and we'll have auto brake onto low. Our speeds today, so our landing speeds, so we have got, so we've got a approach speed of 137, landing speed of 132, which is fairly typical. Obviously the main thing we've got to be concerned of as well when we land is we need to make sure that we don't have any particular issues with.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, your captain switched on the fasten seatbelt
Please, because we don't have any major issues with the tail, so just make sure we don't pull up too much. Really,
tray table stowed, armrest down, and window blinds fully open.
That's when you
Please discipline on short turnaround, security checks and cleaning procedures of the aircraft. Please hand over any unwanted items to the crew as they pass through the cabin. It would be really appreciated by your onboard crew. If you could just have a look once again around the seat area to make sure there's no rubbish or empty slam for the next passengers. We do expect to be landing shortly. Thank you.
So we might be able to shorten this approach a little bit more, I'm not sure. It's a little bit risky when you've got ATC. If there wasn't any ATC online, I would probably consider having a look at shortening this route round, but we'll probably end up following it to a point, to be honest. And there may be a reason behind it. We are flying over, obviously, Lisbon, the city, so that could be the reason behind why we're. So we're just starting this left-hand turn now. See, we've got some. Can't quite see Lisbon yet. Lisbon's down here, so the left-hand side of it. Just coming into view on now. Can't quite see the airport as of yet, but yeah, I'm sort of quite a good way away yet. So we're approaching 10,000 feet, and we shall get on our way. We've got 230 knots. We could consider flaps 1 at this stage. I'm going to leave it for the minute though until we have the next big restriction, which is at 210 knots at Mazuk. I'm hoping that we can maybe make a descent now to 4,000, but we'll see. It could be there's some terrain nearby because this that's why. So this side, the minimum terrain is 3,000 and 4,000 the other side of the airport. So it's obviously due to terrain, which is the reason why we're flying in this pattern. Which obviously we don't want to upskittle anymore. Let's just get that away. Yeah, we're starting to see a bit more of Lisbon now. The airport's over to this left-hand side somewhere. Looks like there is an airport there, to be fair, but I don't think it's the one that we're going to. I don't know, actually, it might be. That might be where we're off to, actually. We shall see. We're probably near miles off. So, obviously, landmarks are on because we're over at flight level 100. Apologies that I missed that slightly. Too busy talking as usual. I was expecting QH1019 and we're on operation India. Sorry, 1028. Just go check if I've got that right on that. Yeah, 1028, before. We're about to start slowing the aircraft down, then obviously we'll be tracking back to the left hand side. So it seems fairly stable at the moment with flight 7. It's a little bit jumpy in places when you focus on some of the clouds, but the problem is I've never cached this area either, so obviously the UK are flowing over quite a bit, so a lot of the areas will be cached. So we're approaching 8,000, and we're going to stay at 8,000 now until we're pretty much at November Echo Victor Uniform Delta, and obviously we need to be at 210 knots all the way around there. Cabin crew, 15 minutes, landing 15 minutes. I don't know, not much. So now we're reducing to 210 watts. We're going to go flaps 1. We could consider flaps 2 potentially at this time. We leave flaps 1 out for a little bit, and then we shall go with flaps 2. It's going to be a fairly steep descent once we get past that point. To be honest, we probably could, so we need to be level at 8,000.
Okay, still a bit more option.
We have flaps 2. There's one less thing done then. And I'm just going to enable the constraints on here as well, so we can see all the constraints visible to ourselves. Don't know why speed's going 210. Just a bit confused then, right? For some reason it's armed for the approach, and I don't know why it's armed for the approach. Yeah, it has it might be my bad. Accidentally on the approach, sir. But we want to be at 210 knots anyway. That's where we want to be at. Just right on the overspeed margin there, you see. So we could make a left turn here actually to Neverwood. That's a possibility of them descend to 4,000. We just because we haven't got any other traffic in sight either. We're now going to descend to 4,000. Cabin crew, change the plan for 5 minutes, line in 5 minutes. They will arm the spoilers as well. We may need some spoilers just to try to slow us down a little bit as well, but we'll see how we go here. It seems to be just slowing as we speak. We've got another aircraft, it's on final approach now. We're now descending pretty straight in. Unicorn traffic. Chanex 97 is descending 4,000, direct Neverwood for ILS 102 at Lisbon. So we're going to be approaching the local QNH shortly. What we'll do is we'll do it to 28. Make sure that's all in situ and ready. So we've got the bridge interview, so we're pretty much going to fly straight over that bridge with our wings. quite a scenic approach. So we're now at 180 knots, which is pretty much where we're expected to be at this point. Just going to scroll into my chart on the other side just so we know where we're leaving. So we're leaving Hotel 4. Not quite got the airport in sight as of yet, but I'm sure it's just there in the distance. So, thrust ladder, open descent, 3,000 feet. I'm going to arm the localizer now. Localizer is armed now. We're going to make this left hand turn. We'll probably get notified upon the tower in a second. That's Star Treks. Localizer is armed. Approach armed AP1, AP2. Approach checklist Sparrow 1028. Seatbelts on minimums set at radio 200. Auto low, any motor locked in all. It says. There we are, we're just coming over Lisbon now. Got a lovely bridge in view, quite a scenic approach actually. Make sure I have a look at getting. It's a little bit laggy in places, but hopefully it shouldn't be an issue once we get on our final descent. So what we'll do, we're going to move over to tower now, 118 to 105. Then we'll just put in 121.
Commander 117 Bravo, Lisboa.
Go ahead, Commander 117 Bravo.
Commander 117 Bravo, my Mike 5 line up and wait for 02.
5 Mike 5 line up and wait for 02, Commander 117 Bravo.
Get down.
2,500.
Flaps 3. Lisbon Tower, good evening. Jet2 97 is with you on the final approach runway 02, around 7 miles.
Fenix Lisbon Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach runway 02, expect 1 departure ahead. Wind check 080 degrees, 06 knots, variables in 320 and 100 degrees.
Please continue approach, Fenix 97, 1 departure ahead. So manage speed, flaps full.
Commander 117 Bravo, Lisboa.
Go ahead, Commander 117 Bravo.
Commander 117 Bravo, you are rolling, sir, you are not cleared.
Request roll until intersection Papa, Commander 117 Bravo.
117 Bravo,
It's a
Roger.
beautiful approach. So landing checklist.
Landing to Papa, Command 117
Go around
Bravo.
altitude set at 4,000 feet. Cabin is ready. Eco memo, landing no blue.
3 Mike Alpha, unfortunately enough that it's set to the monster in com 1 to the small, have a great flight, bye-bye.
102.8, bye-bye.
Just let this wind settle a touch so you can get a little bit turbulent with the buildings. Stabilising there, that will. Man of flight.
Commander Airport 17 Bravo, wind 080 degrees, 06 knots, routine 320, 100 degrees, runway 02 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 02, Command 117 Bravo.
So got one departure ahead, we can just see him leaving now as we speak. Bring the nose up a touch.
Fenix 97, expect this landing clearance, traffic is rolling.
Expecting late landing clearance, Fenix 97.
Good afternoon, Portugal 19024, Mike 5.
Portugal 924, Lisbon Tower, good evening, hold short of runway 02, your number 2 in sequence.
Hold short, number 2 in sequence, Portugal 19024.
Fenix 97, wind 080 degrees, 06 knots, routine 320 and 100 degrees, runway 02 clear for.
02, clear to land, Fenix 97.
Air taxi 1946, standalone in traffic, runway 02, via November 2, line up and wait behind.
Line up and wait behind, 146.
100. Fifty, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Transporters, reverse green. Keep on that centre line, decel. Body brake, disconnects. So we want the next right. Fenix 97 vacating right hotel for.
Portugal 946, wind 080 degrees, 06 knots, routine 320 and 100 degrees, runway 02 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 02 and
Jet2 Jet2 Holidays, a very warm welcome. Your comfort, but especially your safety, we would ask that you remain seated at this time.
Fenix 97, welcome to Lisbon, right on uniform 4 and contact ground 121.755, bye-bye.
Contact ground 121.755, channel
Please take care when you open the overhead lockers, as items of your carry-on luggage may become dislodged during the flight.
Alpha Golf uniform to 100.92,
designated smoking area, well outside the terminal building. If you have booked wheelchair assistance from the aircraft or any further assistance, we would ask that you please remain seated until everybody else has left the plane today.
Fenix 907, Lisbon ground, Qatar taxi via uniform and Quebec, hold short of go.
We would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us.
Continue taxi
It's been our pleasure having you on board. Until we meet again, once again, thank you and a very warm welcome.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, ready for taxi.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, when cleared of the KLM from Alpha to Golf. Continue taxi via Alpha Golf in uniform to November 2 holding point runway 02.
Alpha Golf and uniform and after.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, hold position, I will call you right back.
Ladies and
Alpine 24 Lima Mike.
Thank you for flying with Jet2.com, Jet2 Holidays. We're just taxiing to stand now, probably around a 5-minute taxi time to the stand. We may have to hold for a minute.
Lisbon ground, hello, scan, Boeing 1525.
Once again, thanks for travelling with us today. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll see you again on your return journey back home.
We are ready for your copy.
Welling 1525, Lisbon ground, boa tarde, information Juliet, current H1028, clear to Barcelona, Orved 1 November, Fox 0362.
Orved 1 November for our departure, and clocking is 02621155, thank you.
Welling 1525, read back correct, report ready.
We'll report one ready for Welling 1525.
So it's not this one, this is for Tango, the next one is for Quebec, and we're going to be holding short to Golf. And I guess we're going to be going for a stand on that side somewhere.
Portugal 1930, request taxi.
Portugal 1930, taxi by Alpha and Mike, Mike 5 holding point, runway 02.
Your Mike holding point 02, Portugal 1930.
We'll come round to the left. After land check it. Radar fit windshield system is off now. So careful for turning that off.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, confirm taxi via after the KLM, taxi via Alpha and Golf and Uniform, hold short November 2.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, behind the KLM, taxi via Alpha, Golf, hold short of Quebec.
Taxi after the KLM, taxi via Alpha and Golf, hold short of Quebec, correction Alpine 24 Lima Mike.
Fenix 907, after the KLM 739er from left to right on Golf, continue via Quebec and hold short of Mike.
After the KLM passes left to right, continue on Quebec, hold short of Mike, channel 97. So no other KLMs, no, wonderful. Hold short of Mike, which is here. You see all the way down to the end. So we could consider a single engine taxi with sort of 2.9 tons of fuel, so let's see.
Portugal 1935, ready for taxi.
Air Portugal 1935, taxi via Bravo, Whiskey, Quebec, hold short of Golf.
It's a really nice approach, really
Bravo,
nice.
Whiskey, Quebec, hold short of Golf.
It's quite a big airport, it's bigger than I expected.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, taxi via Golf, Uniform, holding point November 2, runway 02.
Taxi via Golf and Uniform.
So we've got hold at the end.
Hold short November 2 to Lima Mike.
Airport School 1930, stand by for tower 1118.105, boa tarde.
Stand by for tower 1118.105, Portugal 1930, obrigado, tá bom.
Fenix 907, continue via Mike and Zulu 1, stand 202.
Stand 202 via Mike and Zulu, did you say?
Okay, fair. KLM 1678, stand by for tower on 118.105, bye bye.
Stand by on tower 118.105, KLM 1678, bye bye.
And we'll go into 10202. Oh, I see, so we're going right onto Mike, wonderful. But now I'm going right in Zulu and then stand 202. So it's got this first left, it's the one left after, so it's where this other aircraft is sat.
Alpine 24 Lima Mike, confirm hold short of November 2.
Stay firm. At November 2, hold short runway 02 and stand by for tower 118.105.
Okay, continue to November 2 and stand by and contact our 118.105, bye-bye.
So 202, 203, 202, so we want to be over to the left now. Take the taxi lights off as well. 202 straight ahead, wonderful.
Willing 1525, we are ready for the push and start. Welling 1525, you have a T-set for time 39er, I will call you right back. Roger that, Welling 1525.
If we have down below bit. Exit.
Air Portugal 1935 after Quebec, taxi via Golf and uniform to November 2, holding point runway 02.
After Quebec, Golf uniform, and November 2.
So I'm just going to say thanks to ATC for looking after us. Ground Chanix 97s at stand 202, thanks for your help. It's the first time into Lisbon, and it's been a lovely experience. Take care.
Great, thank you, bye bye.
So then, engine 2 and then 1 is off.
Portugal 826, boa tarde, Lisboa ground, stand 224, with information Juliet on board, request clears to Milan.
Air Portugal 826, Lisbon ground, boa tarde, information Juliet QNH1028, clear to Malpensa, Orved 1 November, squawk 5436.
Clear to Milan, with departure of 1 November, QNH 1028, information Juliet is current, squawk 5436, Portugal 826.
Air Portugal 826, read back correct, report ready.
I will, thank you.
Welling 1525, push and start approved, facing west.
Parking checklists.
Push and start approved,
Parking brake cord chocks are set, engines off.
Portugal 1935, stand by for tower 1118.105, bye bye.
Check is complete.
118.105, thanks, bye bye. Portugal 193.
Just waiting for everyone to get in place.
Passenger's bus is coming.
So guys, thanks for joining us. It's been a lovely flight. What we'll do, we'll just let these guys start the disembarking process, and we should leave you there for today. It's been a pleasure having you guys watching today. It's been a lovely flight. Do you know, I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to definitely do the return flight back from Lisbon back to Manchester. It was very scenic with that lovely bridge and the city. But yeah, thanks for joining us today. It's been
Passengers deboarding starting.
Cabin crew, that final door check will be then clear to open before arrival. Ladies and gentlemen, should shortly disembark the aircraft using the forward and the rear doors this time, where steps will be attached and buses will take you into the terminal building.
So we're going to have a quick walk around the aircraft. People are getting off. Show everything's all good with the aircraft. We then walk into the passenger now. It appears all intact at the moment. Back, make sure we haven't got any tail strike marks, which we do not. So we'll just have to fight with the passengers now to get back on. 140 odd of them, so we'll get that. Lisbon Airport. Very nice. Got Air Portugal on the other side. Catch up back in the cockpit. Everyone's getting up and off. Anyway guys, thanks for joining us today, and we will see you in the next video hopefully. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Take care.